Alright guys, it is Sunday, April 3rd, 2022 at 1:17 a.m. Alright, let's start with dailyverses.net verse of the day. It says, how much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver. Proverbs 16:16. Alright, let's start with some wisdom. Alright, we have Gazprom halts gas shipments to Europe via critical pipeline. So the Russian gas company Gazprom halts gas shipments to Europe via critical pipeline after European nations imported the most gas from Russian sources yesterday in months, scrambling to stock up on supplies as Russian President Vladimir Putin's deadline to either pay gas in rubles or be cut off came and went. Russian gas giant Gazprom has officially halted all deliveries to Europe via the Yamal-Europe pipeline, a critical artery for European energy supplies. So Gazprom has stopped the deliveries of Russian gas to Germany via Yamal-Europe pipeline. Instead of flowing toward Germany and the EU, gas supplies on Friday and Saturday started flowing in the opposite direction, according to Gascade, the national operator. In recent months, the EU has already boosted imports of LNG from the US, and despite President Biden's promise to bolster the exports to the EU, although he stipulated that not all of this additional capacity would come from the US, researchers at Goldman Sachs have already shown that US exports of LNG are already at capacity. Another problem from the pipeline-dependent Europe, the continent presently doesn't have the infrastructure to allow it to rapidly ramp up imports of LNG, which must be carefully processed and regasified before it can be distributed to utilities and any other distributors of energy. A map below illustrates the level of dependence that various European countries have on Russia. So look how much dependence these guys have. A lot of dependence in Hungary, Austria, Czech Republic, Germany, Italy, Latvia, Bulgaria, Romania, Poland, Ireland, Italy. So these guys are all dependent, including France, Spain, and Portugal, Sweden, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Romania, Poland, Greece. All these countries are dependent on Russian oil and Russian gas. So this gas is pretty much being halted to Germany right now. Let's see what else it says. It says, but it's not just the Germans who must now make do without Russian gas supplies. British energy major Shell is being cut off from Russian supplies in response to UK's economic sanctions on Russia, said Dmitry Peskov, the press secretary of Russian President Vladimir Putin. London wants to be the leader of everything anti-Russian. It even wants to be ahead of Washington. That's the cost, Peskov outlined. So far, the UK is the only other country to have imposed sanctions on Russia's Gazprom Bank, though which payments for Russian natural gas are made. The measure effectively denies Britain the ability to pay for the commodity, and has forced Gazprom to walk away from the sales and trading arm. In accordance to Putin's decree, the Russian gas be paid in rubles. Gazprom has set up foreign currency accounts for customers where the currencies can be converted into rubles on the Moscow exchange. Now that Putin is turning up the pressure, European nations have a difficult choice ahead. Either they can play ball and demonstrate the world has their efforts to wean themselves off of the dependence on Russian energy have been mostly in vain, or they can face a catastrophic economic crisis as energy prices soar, leading to rationing, blackouts, and other measures that will make the 1970s oil crisis in the US look like child's play. Alright guys, so blackouts, energy prices soar, catastrophic measures that will make the 1970s oil crisis in the US look like child's play. So pretty much heads up Europe. Guys, start stocking up on food if you can. Start stocking up on supplies that you will need, because this could be really bad for you guys. So start preparing. I know that people are going to be looking at you like, oh, you're a crazy person, nothing's going to happen. But just in case something does happen, get the food you need, get the supplies you need now, because this is a big heads up, big warning for you guys. If gas is cut off, what are you guys going to depend on? Where's your energy going to come from? It's just going to be a total chaos. So get the things you need now, start stocking up, start preparing, and God bless you guys. Please pray for Europe, guys, because they totally need it. Alright, guys, next. From Zero Hedge. Okay, Shanghai's lockdown expanded to cover entire city as China's worst outbreak in 2 years drags on. So the epidemic or the pandemic is still going on in China, and they're getting their lockdown expanded from China's worst outbreak in 2 years. Please pray for China. Pray for the people of China, because being locked down in that country is not easy. Alright, says here, Biden administration reverses Trump fuel efficiency rules. New vehicles must average 49 miles per gallon by 2026. The Trump administration rolled back fuel efficiency requirements to 1.5% annual increases. That is quite interesting. I'll leave you guys the link to this page. You guys can check out all these stories. But gas and oil and all this is starting to pretty much, the supply is, it seems that we may not be getting a lot of leniency when it comes to prices, when it comes to oil and gas. So please stock up. Even if it's just a little bit, just stock up and have food just in case of emergencies. Have the things you need prepared just in case something happens. Kind of like when hurricane season happens, the same thing, you need to be stocked up just in case an emergency and there's, you know, really high prices on oil, and the cars won't be running, so that means that trucks shipments would be delayed, and food shortages is just a whole thing that could happen. But just be prepared and stock up on the things you need just in case. Alright, guys, let's move on to strange sounds. We have deadly tornadic storms rip through the U.S. South and Midwest, killing 2 and injuring dozens and causing widespread power outages and damages on April 1st. It is now April 3rd, but just as I'm going to show you from the forecast models, April 5th, there's going to be some severe weather, as you see here, coming for the south again. So Tuesday, April 5th, could be severe weather again for the south, as you see here. So the states of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and parts of Texas as well, because the storm system is going to be coming across this region again. For the past 2 weeks, we've been having tornado outbreaks. So this possible upcoming week, I'm not saying there's going to be a tornado outbreak, but it could be sort of the same play that has been happening these past 2 weeks. So just in case there is, please make sure that if you live in the regions of Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, and Tennessee, and North Carolina, and Virginia, to make sure you guys are prepared for the possibility of more oncoming bad weather. Alright, guys, that's it for this video. Hit like and subscribe for more. Please, if you live in Europe, make sure you guys are stocked up on food. Take care of yourselves, because gas shortages, gas just being cut off in Europe is pretty bad. So please take care of yourselves. God bless you guys. See you guys next time.